Alright, so I'm gonna go over the Knight's add-ons. Um, I know there's some Knight mains who have like a really nice fancy way of making their tier list or whatever, but I just want to put my opinion out there as a Knight main of what I do like and don't like about certain add-ons, why I use or don't use them. Just from my own personal memory. When I get older or something, and like I wonder, why didn't I take that add-on? That looks really good in this video. When I get dementia. Um, so the Iridescent Company banner is sounds like a really cool add-on, like very powerful, right? But the big problem with this add-on is survivors already pre-run like already to just get out just in case if you have this add-on because they're afraid to give you that satisfaction of a I got you, that blood warden feeling. Um, so they will pre-run from that right when they see the globe, the yellow or the green orb. So it's really not that helpful, and it's like an in-game thing. So to compensate it, behavior tried to make it be where it was like a add-on base camp buffed version of Bamboozled. Now, that sounds really fantastic and amazing, but the problem is that survivors can still window exploit guards, even if the entity blocks a window, and uh, they can also do a pallet exploit that I'm not going to tell it just in case they're survivor mains, but I will just say that there is a pallet exploit, and it's really so brain bubbling that this add-on is just it's just not worth the run for it to be a ultra rare thing, um, especially against experienced survivors. And if you're going against good survivors, generally, like it's either going to be a 3 or 4 man out, or you know, a hatch escape. So it's an end game add-on basically for it to really get any good like wow. And end game add-ons are generally not that good. I need consistency throughout the match, and the window thing just isn't that either because of the window exploit and palette stuff. Knight's Contract. This actually used to be an exposed thing, which I kind of liked before. They should have kept that exposed thing and then added whatever this whole lingering effect thing is. Um, it's alright. It's nothing fantastic. Like you're thinking it could be a really great way to save time. So you could just like summon a guard on a generator if there's survivors working on it, and you could just run right over there and he'll detect someone, right? Um, but the problem with that is, I have a different method or strategy that kind of makes this add-on absolutely booty. What I like to do is I like to send the assassin with uh, this add-on, the healing thing, because it shows survivors' auras for 8 seconds. It shows every survivor's aura. It's not a limit, it's everybody. So I'll send the assassin to go break a generator instead of the Carnifex, because the Carnifex is too fast, but the assassin buys enough time for me to send out the jailer at the same time. And for those who don't know, you can send out the jailer or another guard while that other guard is still breaking something. So you could have like the jailer, the assassin, and the Carnifex all out at the same time to break doors or pallets. So that's really cool, and it feels really nice to see all your guards out at the same time, because it makes you feel like you're an army. But I'm getting sidetracked. So that being said is, you can send your assassin out to break that generator. He buys enough time where survivors are gonna see it's the assassin. They'll want to sit there and just wait it out for his break timer. Uh, but since it's slow enough to make them feel confident enough to stay, to linger, uh, for you to have enough time to immediately swap over to your jailer because he is the next guard when you swap guards. So then you can send out your jailer to immediately go and hunt that survivor. Why would I do that instead of just let the assassin get the hit? Well, the assassin has a lower hunt time. The 3 times effects when you're nearby can really hurt you, and survivors, experienced survivors, will hunt basically with you. I mean, run with you during a hunt to get rid of your their chase because it's like radius based, and they'll keep enough distance to make it where you can't really go for it. You want to try to split that pressure. So what Jailer allows is he kind of ignores that uh, that 3 times reduction timer, which is great. So Jailer can actually keep a survivor in a loop going or run far away because they're so paranoid about the long chase time that allows you to go after the other survivor, and you'll be able to find that survivor because of this add-on because it shows their aura, so you can put so much split pressure from this aura reading, and I love it. That's why I take this add-on, is for that strategy alone. um so there's 2 add-ons. I'll skip that assassin one since I pretty much covered it with this one's explanation why I don't like this add-on. Blacksmith Hammer is actually pretty good. 60 seconds of broken that can allow other guards to make secure a hit, allows you to secure a hit. The problem with this is it gives 60 seconds of a buffed survivor if they have resilience, and that's no bueno. Sometimes it is better to let survivors be healed up so they won't have generator speed progress. Um, that's why I stopped really using broken status effects. I did like the hinder effect before that this used to have, but it was so like, yeah, it didn't really do or mean much. But this is a lot better. I do like it. The problem is you can technically be buffing certain survivors. I wish it had a different effect added onto it, like a broken status effect for 60 seconds, and maybe I don't know. Um, oh man, it's tough to say. Oh, so they're broken, but then it leaves a chain effect where they'll immediately go on patrol again from that path. Like they'll start all the way back from that patrol path where they got summoned, and then go on that patrol path where they chase that survivor for that length. That would be a lot more better. I really would think that would be a much better buff for this add-on to be a lot more viable. This add-on, Flint and Steel, is really bad. Um, it's not as bad as Jailer's Chimes, but it's so counterintuitive with the Carnifex because you want to be breaking pallets with Carnifex indoors, So it's like, why would you equip this when you want Carnifex? You're preventing Carnifex from doing his job just so you can get some mediocre aura reading. Like, sure, you could have that one pallet or 2 pallets at RPD, where it's like in that little room and stuff, but there's generally no generators nearby to really get value from that. And survivors would never even heal in those locations anyways because it's such an unsafe pallet and loop location. And it's not good to have add-ons that are also map dependent, in my opinion. So this Flint and Steel is really bad. Don't like it. Needs a rework. What it should do possibly is give it a no quarter effect. So when the Carnifex is on cooldown, survivors will be affected by the no quarter effect once they reach. I would say, yeah, I guess 75% of healing, which would be good. Um, so that would be good. Because to me, that would be really cool lore wise. So you'll have one guard out, patrolling or hunting your survivor, and then you have the knight himself, patrolling generators or chasing a survivor, while the other two, because he is like a zombie ghostly figure, the other two could be like mentally attacking survivors while they're healing and stuff. So that would be really cool, I think. So he could be like an anti-heal guy. Like imagine healing and then you just see that big fat bastard just going Wah! But obviously you can't do the jump scares because um, that would cause too much problems, and it's really bad to have that many flicker effects, like in Evil Dead. But yeah, that could be cool, like a ghostly type of possession thing to mess you up while you're self healing. It should be self healing. Yeah, this one should be self healing, and then I think. Oh yeah, I already covered this. I like this. That should stay. Jailer's Chime should do that also, but instead of it being for self healing, it should be if for group healing. Yeah, group healing, because group healing goes by quick. So this should go for group healing, not at a certain point, like 50% or 75%. It should just be immediately once there's two people healing. Because this add-on, again, just like Carnifex's problem, is so counterintuitive because the jailer has such a large detection radius, and it's really bad training to make someone want to do a patrol night build when you should have guards destroying stuff, delaying generators, or hunting survivors. You never want to really leave them patrolling unless you are slugging, sorta, but even then, that slug survivor can run out of that patrol pathway because they can see that. And even if they didn't see it, they would just have to watch how the jailer or the guard walks. So this is really bad. And for 8 seconds of aura reading is so bad. And again, Jailer has such a large detection radius, survivors would never even risk going in Jailer's patrol path to go past whatever. They would literally just go around, which actually gives you more time of them because they're going out of their way with their pathing rather than going through something in the short way. Um, so this add-on is just so bad. Needs changed. Uh, Broken Hilt. Broken Hilt is pretty good. The problem is, why would you take Broken Hilt when you could just take Sloppy Butcher? And yeah, sure, you could probably take some other anti-healing things instead of Sloppy Butcher, but the problem is the window of the palette exploit can really make Broken Hilt almost never get value, and it's only 70 seconds. 70 seconds really isn't that much time compared to what Sloppy Butcher offers, which is 90 seconds. Now, if this was buffed to 90 seconds, it could be a lot better. Um, but the problem is, let's say you're running both Sloppy Butcher and Broken Hilt. Survivors would rather take hit from your guard than you because the time for this is less, and they'll know that. So, not good, no bueno. And the time still reduces while a survivor is on a hook, I believe, and when they're slugged compared to what the perk would do. Because I think that with Sloppy Butcher, it actually holds, it stops. And I know 100% it does hold and stop with Gift of Pain. Grim Embrace. This is a good perk. It's a good perk to mess with survivors who rely on windows of opportunity way too much and have aura reading. Definitely take this if you have Mindbreaker, because I think with Mindbreaker it'll pause this timer's uh what's it called? Cooldown or fade away time. I don't know what you call it, but yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's not the best thing, but you can definitely do without it. This this is probably only good if you have Face the Darkness. Other than that, it's really not that good. It's only 60 seconds. It's just oblivious, you know. They can still see your red stain at loops, and while you're chasing them, they can still hear your terror radius. So it's not that fantastic. Kind of bad. Um, this one's pretty good against flashlight savers or what do you call them? Flashbang savers, things like that. But other than that, this add-on is kind of alright. It's just 15%. It can throw most survivors off a little bit, but not too much because again, the window and palette exploit very hurtful and harmful, which makes this kind of absolutely useless because it's supposed to give you more value for guard hits, which could synergize with Broken Hill. But the problem is, I'm gonna say it again, the window exploit and the more deadly one is the palette exploit. This is a really good add-on. This is probably meta for a night. Um, really good night players pretty much use this for their win streaks because It just allows you to get double taps a lot easier, which I call rock sparing a survivor. It counters a lot of aura reading perks that survivors have when they want to track you, especially for someone who's a really good looper running that obsession perk that lets you see the killer's aura like every 3 seconds, or inner focus, things like that. It's really good for that. And you could like tie this in with um that one perk from the unknown when you kick a generator, you're undetectable, or a trail of torment. Like it's super good for keeping you undetectable and unpredictable. So that's this is a perfect add-on. Leave it as it is. Does not need any changes. Very 10 out of 10. Yeah, this is all right. It's good against pre-droppers, but I don't know. You don't really need this add-on because if you take this, survivors will start to catch on that you're hoping they'll pre-drop, and they'll just bait you to go into your power and cancel, so then they have like 3 seconds of pre-running time to delay you even more and more. What this should do is maybe keep the cooldown but add a different effect to it, where maybe uh Battlehead will now uh oh, okay, so maybe they could actually put this useless thing, but instead of it being pallets. Wait, Knight can see the aura after summoning the card effects of down. And yeah, instead of it being pallets, they should make it on generators. Now that would make Battlehead Axe a lot better. So whenever the card effects breaks a generator within 24 meters, then it would give this effect of 8 seconds of aura reading. That would be a lot better. This is this needs to be base kit completely and needs to rework for something else. I would say make this entire thing of Call to Arms base kit. No half thing like they did Map of the Realm. That is so obnoxious. Make this fully base kit and make it where guards have 2% more movement speed during a hunt, but it also increases the hunt timer instead of 3 times by 5 times. That would be better, because what people don't know also with the knight, the longer you create your patrol path, the longer that guard will go on a hunt as well. So that could be a really good big plus and big downside. So it'll encourage you to let your guards go on hunts on their own, while you can go back and put pressure elsewhere. That would be much better. Um, Flint and steel. Ooh, I think this is a really good add-on. I think they should just leave this as is, no effect, because Jailer is already your best guard. Just leave this as is. It's a really great training perk to make people feel confident with Jailer, to get to understand his flow and flanking and, and just everything. This is fine. This is a good training wheels perk for. I mean, even veterans. You could still use this to keep summoning Jailer, 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 Jailer. So this is fine as is. I don't think it really needs anything else, unless they want to make it something more like the Jailer can takes 10% longer to break stuff. That would be interesting. Although it's a nerf, it could be a buff, and it could make it kind of like Knight has base kit Deadlock, because that's how I always viewed Jailer to be going with in the past, and it could actually make Knight's contract be a little better. I like that. Um, so that could be a good one. Dried horse meat is really good. I think this is fine as is. Just leave it alone. It's a good training perk, and even then, it could be some nice uh 2 taps. So it's good. Now this I don't really care for. Oh, the assassin does have a really shit detection radius, but I think what they should do is make it rework this completely, because I don't like the idea of having to keep summoning a guard to apply deep wound effect. I feel like that's kind of I hate to use this word because I hate this fucking word so much. It's boring. Deep wound, I don't like deep wound either, but I do understand its necessity, and I do appreciate it when I'm the killer, but when I am not the killer and I'm on the survivor's end, I don't like it. Um, I would rather this be reworked where um it was like Old Knight's contract. So every once the assassin escapes a hunt, or once a survivor escapes a hunt from the assassin, the next survivor who gets tagged in a hunt will be exposed only by the assassin. So that assassin is the only one who will be able to insta down that survivor. But it'll give that survivor unbreakable if the knight doesn't immediately come and go for that pickup. That would be a lot better. So it's a huge buff for a guard, but also a huge buff for that survivor. I would really like that a lot. Um, this this is bad because you don't want to leave guards on patrols. I get the idea it's to try to keep survivors locked and zoned, but you can already do that. It's fine as is with its base kit, and survivors will generally already try to leave a loop rather than stick around. And what you want to do, anyways, with Knight is never leave guards on patrol. That's a really bad thing to do. This add-on needs to be completely changed because it is from old Knight, launch Knight. This is bad. This is really bad. They should probably change this. Um, Greedy Lump. What could they change this for? Mm, they could do something like a Pop Goes the Weasel. After you hook a survivor, the next guard, or yeah, after you hook a survivor, your guards will have 10% of what Pop Goes the Weasel is space kit. But only for that duration. You know what I mean? Not for you, for the guard. Like it's a Pop Goes the Weasel for the guard, or maybe just keep it at 9%, so they'll just do 9% more damage because it still counts for the 8 gen blocking thing, so that could be a lot better. Make it a regression perk to help apply pressure. Uh, I guess this is fine. I feel like they should just make the whole 2 meters part of it and make it where, um, when a guard is hunting a survivor, the knight can see the aura of all pallets in windows. So like a Zanjin Tactics add-on, but only when in hunts, and it makes guard hunts 4 seconds less. So it'll encourage more distance sniping. That's what you want to do. These purple add-ons should encourage to teach knight players or beginners how to play knight. So I think that would be a better one. This is good. This is fine as is. I remember when it used to be 25%, but because it really didn't need that 25%. It was kind of whatever. It just buffed the other 2 guards instead of Carnifex. This is really good for Carnifex because for those who don't know, with Carnifex, is once you break a pallet, there is still like a 1 second delay before you can actually push through as the knight to go through that pallet, which may give survivors time to gain distance. Now, if you have this, there is no hinder or stopping you, like an invisible wall or whatever you want to call it. It's just pallet break, knight go through. This is perfect add-on. This is good. I think this is a really good training add-on to get comfortable with using Carnifex. Oh my god, I hate this add-on. This is such a bad add-on. This is to control what is it? I don't know what the word is because I'm so mad about this add-on. But it makes you think Patrol Knight is good. Patrol Knight is not good. Patrol Knight is very bad. This add-on bad. Add-on needs to go. This add-on needs to be something completely else. And I really don't know what it could be. I really don't. What it could be is no, 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 no. That'd be too annoying. If a no, that's too strong. That's too strong. I don't know. This has to be something else. This is just bad. This is bad training for the knight. This just needs to be something else. Oh, I got it. Okay, I got it. So if they want to incentivize some sort of patrol knighting thing, right? Look at the Houndmaster with her dog. Okay, you know that little uh pathway that Houndmaster has in Night? They should make it where just like the Houndmaster, the knight can move 2% faster if he follows that pathway. That would be great. That would be a beautiful add-on. That's a good training wheels add-on for beginners. I like that. That just 2%, no 3%, 2%'s fine. That should be reworked to that. And I hate this. I don't like blighted serums. Um, ew, get that away from me. I always get fucked over when I use this thing. But yeah, so that's my suggestion for uh add-on changes, why I use them, why I don't use them for future dementia me when I come back years from now watching old DVD YouTube videos or even maybe new ones. Who knows how popular this game will be. But yeah, that's my tier list or whatever you call it.